What's up, guys? Let me get you adjusted here. I want to talk to you about something. Let me get this shared. Give this a minute to get started. Cheers to you on this Tuesday. Yes, I'm always drinking coffee. I know. What's funny though is that I drink like 2 regular sized cups when this cup is just massive, but I warm it up probably like 16 times throughout the day. So, come on. Share. Okay, cool. So basically, guys, what I want to talk about with you is Operation Do. I'm like beyond excited about Operation Do because it is a new thing. First of all, it was something that I came up with after looking at my Facebook feed and seeing a bunch of people talking about lack of consistency. I'm involved in a lot of different groups and masterminds and things like that with some pretty high, like, powerful people, and it just became apparent to me that there's just such a large group of people who suffer or struggle with consistency. And so I started thinking about how important that is when it comes to performance, which is what I work with people on, right? Is performance, high performance, getting more out of your day, being more intentional, doing it what it is that you're like wanting in life. So it just seemed right to me that creating something around consistency and accountability was exactly what I needed to do, considering that I want everyone around me to be the highest performing versions of themselves that they can be, because we all deserve that, right? Like, I truly believe that you deserve to get the most out of your life and feel comfortable with that and not be beating yourself up, not be like down to like beating yourself to the bone every single day because of it. And here's the funny part about consistency. It's not easy to create by yourself. You have to be very disciplined mentally, typically, to be able to create consistency alone. And again, it's funny, it's kind of an oxymoron because most people don't have consistency because they don't have discipline. So, how do I help people with this? I help people with this by, hey Rob, I help people with this by explaining to them or allowing not only to break down the mindset barriers around consistency and around action and being proactive and planning and preparing, but also allowing that like accountability factor and creating that accountability factor for people. It's so huge. And that's the number one key that most people are missing. When you have a one-on-one coach or you're working with a coach, you have the consistency. I mean, you have the accountability with that person. They're like standing behind you. They're like, woo, woo. Like, imagine like a boxing movie and you have this like coach standing behind you right in the corner and they're like cheering you on and coaching you along the way. Like, that's basically what it's like to have a one-on-one coach. At least that's how it should be. They're there to hold you accountable, right? So as I'm sitting here seeing all these people who I know are like meant for amazing shit and they're just struggling to stay consistent, as I'm seeing all of these people talking about this and I'm thinking about how it ties into performance and it ties into exactly what I teach people every day and who I am as a person, I also think about the factor of how can I create that accountability for people that, number one, have so much going on that they don't want a one-on-one coach, or that realistically they can't fucking afford it. And here's the deal. Everyone's like, oh, that's an excuse. You know what? And that's a whole nother conversation and argument for a different day. But basically, what I mean by this, everyone's like, oh, well, that's, putting down your value. Well, I'm not putting down my value. What I'm explaining to you, though, is that I understand that there are people who just truly cannot pay $2,000 to $5,000 a month right now. Like, realistically. Like, they wouldn't be able to keep their lights on in their house. Like, they wouldn't be able to feed their children, okay? So, yes, you want to create more income. You want to create the freedom that you need to do that. Absolutely. Everyone's at different levels of their life. But I'm sitting here thinking in my head, and I'm like, how can I create this, like, entry-level thing where I can help people, where they're getting the value, I'm getting the value, they're getting the support from me. It's not too, like, time stuck on me, but I can share my knowledge with them and help them create the discipline and the accountability and the consistency that they need in order to get shit done, right? Basically, like right there just kind of sums up what I do in a nutshell. So that's why I created Operation Do group. It's a program, sure, but it's ongoing. This isn't going to end. This isn't going away. You can jump in right now. You could have jumped in last week. You can jump in tomorrow. It'll be here. It's not going anywhere. But there's a couple things I wanted to note. So what's happening right now in the Operation Do group, because this is the cool thing. There was a lot of people who said, yes, I need that. I know that I need to admit that I don't have consistency and I can't hold myself accountable. So they committed to themselves and invested a little bit of money in themselves. Now there's no secret. It's $47 a month. Okay, guys, like you spend more than that at the gas station on coffee in a month, I promise you, or bullshit soda, Monster, whatever. So the money is not the problem. And not everybody needs this, that's fine. Some people need and want a one-on-one coach. Like, hell yes, let's do that. Let's change your life. But if you're not there yet, there should be nothing holding you back from creating this, right? From jumping into the Operation Do. So let me explain what's going on in there, which is really fucking awesome. So I had this group of people who were like, yes, I'm in, jumped in, dove in head first. And what I've been creating what we've been creating together and what I've been sharing with them every single day is basically like, here's exactly what happens. Like, this is how this works. This is what you need to do. Like, think about it this way. And it's more so a mindset shift than anything. And this is the beauty of it, because they're declaring out loud in front of me and everyone else in the group, this is my intention for the week. Like, this is what I'm going to do. So not only do they have my support to help them break that shit down and make sure that they are clear on their plans and that they have what they need. And each week, obviously, I teach something super specific, and I've sent out emails with like how to plan your week and ways to break down projects and all of this shit. But the beauty of it, what I'm watching transpire already in the group, is the confidence and the clarity that you need to actually move forward and do shit. And it's amazing, because not only are you seeing what other people are doing, but you're saying it out loud. And when you're saying it out loud, it's very, very different. That's where a lot of that accountability comes from, because basically, here's the deal. Like, I saw what you wrote and I'm going to hold you to it. Like, why? Don't lie to me, is what's really going on. And I'm in that group every single day, holding them to their shit. And it's really incredible. And I cannot freaking wait to continue to see the progress that they make, because it really does come down to, yes, you need somebody that can give you information. You need somebody who can give you what you need, as in like tangible items that you can use to create what you want and to plan your time better and all of those amazingly great things. But you also need somebody that's going to cheerlead the shit out of you in a tough love sort of way. And that's exactly what I do. You can ask anybody that's in the group. They'll explain to you like big time. I'm just basically like, no, that is not how this works. You need to do it this way. Or don't give me the fucking bullshit, because that bullshit excuse turns into 17 more bullshit excuses. And that's what we do. Like, everyone's like, I need to plan. I'm going to create a plan. And then they're like, I don't ever get anything done. And I'm like, yeah, no fucking joke, guys, because you didn't really create a plan. You wrote down a list of a bunch of nonsense, but that's not a plan. And you don't have anybody to hold you to it. So of course you're not going to finish what you're doing or follow through with what you're saying you're going to do. Like, hello. I'm not surprised by that, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying anybody sucks and like you're terrible because you don't follow through or whatever. That's a whole nother story for another day. But basically, like, there's a way for you to change it. And I created that. And so that's basically why Operation Do exists now. And I'm really fucking excited, because I have a lot of things coming down the pipeline for this exact like name. It's going to be the brand is what it's going to be. It's going to be a brand within jamiethurber.com, within Get Shit Done. It's going to be its own thing, because I see it as a movement. It's a movement of no more excuses. Like, get off of your ass and let's do shit. Like, done. Operation Do. No more excuses. No more nonsense. No more reason for you to say, oh, I didn't get that done. Why? There's no reason why. So basically what we do is learn also how to justify all the things on your plate to where it is manageable, where it's not overwhelming, where you're not like trying to fucking conquer the world in one day, because that's not how it works. Like, Rome was not built in one day, and it certainly was not built by only one person. So remember that. And that's why, again, I created this group, because everyone needs it. Majority of people, I'd say 97% of people, suck at managing their time. And they don't have consistency, and they need someone to help them. So that's why I created it. And that's why I created it at the price point that I did, because I don't care that it's only $50 a month. I want to fucking help you. Like, I don't want to see people saying, oh, I suck at this and I didn't accomplish these goals and I'm still overweight and I don't have any money and my relationship sucks and I hate my life because I don't know how to be consistent. Okay, well, I've created the solution for you. So let's stop doing that, okay? And let's get to work. It's basically what it comes down to. Now, obviously, not everyone's willing to put in the work, and I know that. But for those of you who are, that's why this group now exists. Let me look and make sure I'm not missing anything here. I spend $47 a week on caffeine, best believe. Fuck yeah, I'm sure you do. Most people do, David. Like, it is definitely a thing. So yeah, that's the thing. There's really no excuse other than you don't want to do it. Just saying, like, not to be a harsh bitch, but that's just the truth. So that's why I created this, and I wanted to talk about it. I will post the link for you to jump in right now below. Get in there, introduce yourselves. I'll send you all the links of what we have already. It's you know, obviously all hosted within a Facebook group and direct email between you and I. And I mean, you dive in and you start doing things and you get to work is basically the way it works. So that's that. I know there are some people live. I have this broadcast going in 2 places. So if you guys have any questions, I'll hang tight for a second. You can pop them in. But otherwise, if this sounds like something that you want, jump in. Let's do this. It's a month-to-month membership is how it goes. But if you know or you think there's someone who could benefit from this that needs it, who's been maybe looking for a coach, wants a coach, but doesn't have the means to get one, or just doesn't really understand how coaching works. That's the other part. A lot of people are like really, really skeptical of coaching, which I understand because there are some like hack job people in the world who kind of scam you. But this is like a get your feet wet, like learn what it's like to have a coach type situation. Obviously there's differences, but it's all explained within the group. And within the welcome email, and you get all kinds of good information. So, like, basically, let's kick some fucking ass together is really what's happening here. So, anyways, I will hang tight for just another minute. I see there's still people live on both broadcasts. So, let me know if you have any questions about Operation Do or anything that I've talked about or have going on. And I'd be more than happy to answer you. I will take another drink of my coffee. By the way, it's like 170 billion degrees in St. Louis right now. But here's the difference. People are like, oh, it's like legitimately 120 in the desert, which I get that. It is. It's hot. But here, it's very, very different. You walk outside and your face melts off, like literally, and you're instantly wet. Like it's humidity. It's disgusting. I have to go to the gym and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go outside. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Just lots of hydration. And the gym, it's so hot outside that you can't even keep it cool in there. So it's like miserable. It's so bad. But anyways, all right, guys, I think we're good. Sweet. I'm going to jump off. If you think of anything, please, obviously, as always, let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you for watching. I'm way to Kansas City right now. Or to Kansas right now. Yeah, Michael, I hate to break it to you, but it's hotter than balls here. It's pretty terrible. And it's just going to get worse. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's supposed to be over 100 degrees. And then with the heat index and like the humidity, it's like basically, what was I going to say? It's 110. It's really gross. I will put the link in right now. Whoop. Consistency in your life. Hell yes, John. Everyone needs consistency in their lives. All right, I'll pop it in right now. Oops. / I like the eagerness. That makes me happy. Operation Do. Awesome. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Michael, just keep hydrated. You'll be fine. And bring some extra shirts because you're going to sweat through them if you're outside. Just saying. All right, guys, you guys are awesome. Let me know, again, if you have any questions, and go kick some ass today, and I'll talk to you soon.